Hello friends, welcome to AIMS Today YouTube channel. You are watching NEET Foundation Biology Plant Nutrition. In this video, we are going to discuss about heterotrophic nutrition in plants, that is insectivorous plants, and saprophytic nutrition. Let us study about the heterotrophic nutrition in insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are the special types of plants which grow in the soils which are deficient in nitrogen. Some plants eat insects. Such plants are called insectivorous plants. They trap and digest the insects. The leaves of these plants are modified into a pitcher-like structure. The top part of the leaves act as a lid which can open and close the pitcher. The pitcher contains hairs in downward direction which traps the insects like this. The pitcher, on capturing the insect, secretes some digestive juices which help in digestion of the insect. So examples: Nepenthes, Dischidia, Dionia, Drosera, Utricularia. These are all the plants which feed on insects. So these plants, as they are growing in nitrogen deficient soils, to compensate the nitrogen, they digest the insects, and the proteins containing nitrogen, the protein of the insects, is utilized by these plants. Next type of heterotrophic nutrition, symbiotic nutrition or symbiotic relationship. Some types of organisms live together to share shelter and food with each other. Mutualism it is also called. These are said to have a symbiotic relationship. The symbiosis means living together. Some fungi live in the roots of the trees. These fungi take food from the trees and in turn help the trees in absorbing water and nutrients from the soil. For example, mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is a fungi which lives in the roots of trees. Algae lives in association with a fungus. It is called lichens. The algae provide food and nutrition to the fungus, while fungus provides shelter and protection to the algae. Like this. The fungi, it provide shelter and protection to the algae. Algae provide the nutrients. In this way, both are protected. These lichens are present near the seashores because there are several enemies are there for these lichens. To protect themselves, these algae and fungi associate each other. So the symbiotic relationship, there is a mutual benefit between the both symbionts, both organisms. Now finally, let us discuss how the replenishment of nutrients takes place in the soil. As we all know that when the plants are growing, they absorb the nutrients present in the soil, but there is a nutrient cycle by which the nutrients are replenished or added to the soil. Plants get their nutrients from the soil. There is a need to replenish the soil again with nutrients so that the plants can survive on it or grow further. Fertilizers and manures are often used to replenish the soil with the nutrients. They contain mainly three primary nutrients like potassium, phosphorus and nitrogen, NPK, all of which are very important for the growth of the plants. A bacterium called rhizobium, a natural way of replenishing the nutrients in the soil. A rhizobium bacteria present in the soil which can convert the nitrogen present in it in the form of absorbable form to the plants. The rhizobium generally lives in the roots of the plants such as peas, beans, gram and legumes. Leguminaceae or Fabaceae family plants, this rhizobium bacteria is present and provides nitrogen to these plants. This again, it is a very good example of symbiotic relationship. The farmer often do not need to use any fertilizers while growing such crops. That's why the farmer will adopt a method of cropping called crop rotation. During this crop rotation, this leguminaceae family crop can be grown alternating with other crops. So this is the root nodules in which the bacterium is present. These root nodules containing the bacteria, they possess a special pigment called leg hemoglobin, which trap the nitrogen and converts that nitrogen into the soluble form, the nitrites and nitrates, which is in which form the plants absorb that nitrogen. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel.